Hi guys, today we're going to be making Mahashi with kusa and batinjan, which is basically stuffed eggplant and zucchini. So to start off with making the rice that's going to be going inside of these vegetables, you're going to start with 4 cups of Egyptian rice and have that soak in boiling hot water. And you're just going to make sure you rinse that and strain it for later. Then we're going to move on to cutting our zucchini. So just chop the little stem part that's on top of all of these, and also the back end if there's any sort of like the little stub that's at the behind them. Chop that off too. And then we're going to core them. So we've had this coring thing for like decades, I think, but I'm super sure you can find one for super cheap on Amazon or your nearest kitchen appliance store. And actually this is super fun. I help my mom with this sometimes and it's pretty satisfying. You just go and you core it and just be careful not to cut your fingers. And yeah, you just go around and try to hollow it out. Not like a lot where it's gonna become super flimsy, but to the point where you have enough room to stuff as much rice and meat as you want. Just keep in mind that the rice is going to expand, so it doesn't have to be like an insanely large hole. But yeah, just feel it out. Don't make it too hollow. Just make sure the walls are even throughout the whole zucchini or eggplant. These eggplants are funny. They're very tiny. I actually don't even know where she got these from. Usually they're like normal size like the zucchini, but I like these ones. They're cute. And then now for the meat. So this is the rice that we had strained, and now you're just going to throw in 2 pounds of ground meat or ground beef, and you're just going to incorporate that and mix that around. You're just going to throw a couple of spices on there too. You're going to add some salt, some 7 spices seasoning, vegetable broth powder, and some pepper. And just give that a good mixing as well. And get all those spices in every single rice and meat. Yep. Now you're just going to stuff it. I really like this recipe because you don't have to worry about cooking any of the meat or anything beforehand. It's just a one and done sort of deal. So yeah, just stuff it, not all the way to the top. Keep a little bit of space because again, like we said, everything's gonna expand. You don't want it to explode. And also we're gonna top it in a moment. So just stuff it, maybe leave like a knuckle or something. And then she stole some cherry tomatoes from my dad's breakfast and he said no more. So maybe prepare your cherry tomatoes in advance if you don't want to upset anybody, but if not, you totally have people you can leech off of. So yeah, then this is what I was talking about, topping it. You're just going to take the cherry tomato and stick it on top of every single vegetable. Now moving on to the soup we're going to be soaking them in. You're going to add tomato paste, boiling hot water, salt, vegetable broth powder, all into a pot, and you're going to mix that very well. I really like this as well because even though this is what's cooking the kusa, I also love to drink this as a soup afterwards. So you're getting actually at the end of this, you're going to get 3 different meals in one. So I'm going to move on to that final meal, or final dish, I guess, in a second. But yeah, you're just going to soak all of the vegetables in this pot and cover it up and let it sit until everything cooks. Just make sure to keep an eye on it. And finally, we're going to prepare that third dish I was telling you about, which is basically everything we cored out of the vegetables. So we call it lobil kusa. I think that literally just means the core of the kusa. So that's what it is. First, you're going to cook a little bit of onion, and you're going to add salt. Then you're going to add all of I see, it's called pulp. So you're going to add all of the pulp that you just cored out of the vegetables, alongside with some paprika. And I guess that's it. You just mix it around. This is actually insanely flavorful. I can't believe she just put 2 spices in there. I thought it must have been a lot more. But after that, you have I don't know what my dad is doing with this fancy setup, but this is the way my dad likes to eat it. Everyone always says that he prepares the food in a way that makes us all hungry, like he makes it look so beautiful. So he likes to do this whole process of putting the tomato soup in the center and then topping it off with the pulp, and it's super yummy. If you're like me, I eat each of these separately, so it just depends on your preference, but I love how much you can make with seemingly not a lot of steps. So that's it. We hope you guys enjoy this dish. This is definitely one of my dad's top 3, so let's see if it's your top 3 too. Happy mahashiing! Bye!